Nice. It was a close call.
Yeah, I wonder what made Hal and Barbara change their plans.
Who knows?
I'm glad that we ducked out before Hal saw us.
Hey, listen, who was that with Hal?
Oh, that was Inspector Henyotis. I want you to meet him. He's a nice guy. You'd like him.
You know, Hal's going to be asking him questions. You think he's going to tell him where you are?
No, he promised me he wouldn't. He's talked to Hal before and never said anything. I'm sure he'll keep his word.
I don't know. I was one of Henyotis' deputies that gave me your address in the first place.
Well, it's probably because you bullied him. I doubt Hal's going to spend his honeymoon bullying some guy about another woman.
Well, I hope you're right.
Besides, it's funny, you know, I learned a lot when I saw Hal. I learned that I love Hal a lot. But not in the same way that I love Tom.
Listen, I don't know how long Tom is going to stand for something like this before he does exactly as I did, and he will come here and he will find you.
I know. Been very selfish. I've asked Tom to go on and carry on with his life, and I haven't let go, and I'll have to let him try that. So, I'm going to have to give Tom a divorce.
Dad, I heard you were back. I mean, how's the fishing? You're supposed to be on vacation.
Yeah, tell that to Mr. Pembroke. He was admitted through emergency this morning.
Oh, no.
Oh, he's going to be all right. And I will be chasing the bass by this afternoon.
Good. Listen, Kim, Christopher, everybody's okay.
Oh, rest is what the doctor ordered. Quite a phrase. Speaking of what the doctor ordered, you look like you could use a little R&R.
Well, you're not going to hear me complaining about that. Leanne and I had a great time last night. I got home about 2:30.
No wonder. Where were you?
Well, Leanne stayed with Mom over at the penthouse, and Shannon was there making a midnight snack, which turned out to be about a 2 o'clock snack, but I'd rather lose sleep like that than walking around worrying about Margot all the time.
Well, you look better than the last time I saw you. Better, but tired.
Well, thanks. I feel better. I've been out with some people and having some laughs. You know what? It helps.
Sure.
Hey, thought you were in Ohio.
I was, but my mom decided that she wanted to come and see Laura and hear everything firsthand. She's with Dr. Michaels right now. Look, I hate to ask this, but would you two mind talking to her about what happened?
We'll be glad to talk.
Yeah. It's got to be a tough time for your mom, though.
Yeah, she's had some trouble accepting it. So have I, as a matter of fact.
Well, if you hadn't come in when you did, this episode might have an even more tragic ending.
Thanks, Dr. Hughes. I know you mean that. I'll find you when she's done with Dr. Michaels. Excuse me.
Hi.
Hey, hello.
Hi.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, I thought you were in Ohio.
My mom decided that she wanted to see Laura, so we drove back this morning. Lily, I heard about your sister. I'm sorry.
Thanks.
Listen, is Pam at the house? I wanted to call her.
No, she's not. We just dropped her off at the airport for an early flight to New Jersey because nobody had any idea you were coming home.
How about I check with Craig, and then I'll get back to you? No, I won't always call you this early, I promise. Listen, Monica, I want to keep this thing as quiet as possible until you and Carl have had a chance to talk to Craig about everything and hear what he has to say. Great. Okay, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. I know I look like hell, Seth. I got sick to my stomach on the way over here. I had to pull over on the side of the road. Something happened, but not to me. I can't talk about it.
Yeah.
About an hour or so.
Winner, As the World Turns. This portion brought to you today by Mr. Clean. Dries virtually streak-free so your floor looks shiny wet even when dry. And by the dentist's choice for fighting cavities. Crest with Floristat.
Well, Holden, does your early arrival here this morning
Mean that you've renewed your interest in the welfare of this firm? Unfortunately not. Well, one can always hope.
Why are you here so early, Holden?
I had to make a few phone calls before I keep some outside appointments.
Well, early for outside appointments, isn't it?
It wasn't too early for you two, was it? Well, we need to be here early. We need to sign as many potential clients as we can. At least get them to a short-term contract. I get it. The more contracts signed, the more paper profit, the higher it is for Craig to buy back his company. That's wonderful, Holden. I think you grasped the concept. Don't talk down to me, Tonio, because I'm not going to take it, all right? Oh, I would never dream of that.
Come on, will you two just stop it? If you would use the same energy on working with this company instead of this war that you two are having, maybe we could protect our investment.
Are you talking about your investment?
You look at it any way you want, but the outcome is the same.
I don't really care to look at it anyway right now. By the way, partner, the trial period for the Lawrence Industry contract is up on June 15th. Perhaps you could focus some of your energies on Monica and her new husband. I already spoke to Monica. Partner. Wonderful. Anything for the firm.
Why did he have to be here?
Emily, you're trembling.
I'm scared, Tony.
No. Remember what we said last night?
Yes, but...
No buts, no regrets. We can have anything that we want. Right?
Welcome back. Pam must be thrilled.
She's gone.
What?
She went back to New Jersey to visit her mom and her brothers.
Oh, wait a minute. That doesn't make any sense at all. She was talking about yesterday was going to Ohio to see you.
Things got mixed up. I called her last night to tell her not to come to Ohio, and then this morning my mother decided all of a sudden she wanted to come here to see Laura. So...
Oh, hey, don't worry. She'll be back. She loves you. That makes you lucky. Don't you forget that. What are you still doing here, sir? I thought you had given up serving humanity to chase a pot of gold.
Oh, that's very nice. I came to pick up my last paycheck.
I'm gonna miss you around here.
Thank you.
Would you like to sit down, Meg? Cough for you.
Hi, Meg. Hi.
Listen, I hope you're having more luck keeping tabs on your husband than I am on Emily. They must be working around the clock. I keep calling her, she's never around.
Tonio says things are real busy. Excuse me.
Well, anybody know what's going on with her?
No, I don't know. Dr. Stewart, did John mention anything to you about where he was going on his trip or any information at all about it?
No, I don't know. But it must be pretty important to keep him away from your mother at a time like this.
Yeah.
I was very sorry to hear about Sierra.
Thanks.
Oh, excuse me.
Hi, Susan.
I thought you were on vacation.
I am, but I always spend part of my vacation here in the hospital cafeteria. I think, Susan, it's the ice cream in those little plastic cups with the little wooden spoon.
Yeah. He was actually called in on an emergency.
Oh, well, who needs a vacation?
Oh, we don't. Listen, Rex told me about John's impromptu trip. Odd timing.
Yes, it is. I think it has something to do with very important hospital business. I don't know. Well, I'll see you later. Got to get back to the lab.
Okay. Something is up. Rex had no idea where John went.
You know, I wonder...
Nah, probably not.
You're thinking that maybe John's trip has something to do with Margot.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I was. But you know what, Dad? The way I've been feeling, I don't think it would change anything, not one bit.
Well, don't blame your man for telling John. No, my father can be very determined. Okay. Well, thank you for calling. Bye-bye. You almost got that poor man fired, you know.
Yeah, what was Henyotis doing with Hal?
Hal and Barbara came in with their yacht earlier, and Hal, of course, went and searched out Henyotis and asked him a $64 question.
And?
Henyotis was true to his word, and Hal didn't press it.
Oh.
Well, he just wanted to make sure that I was okay, and Henyotis had assured him I was, and Hal seemed satisfied. Henyotis told him I was in touch with him every now and then, and that seemed to be okay. So, that's that. And they're leaving in a few hours.
How in the world do you think you are going to divorce Tom without exposing, well, where you are?
Henula's put me in touch with a very good New York attorney who happened to be vacationing here, and there's absolutely no reason for Tom to find out where I am, unless, of course, he contests the divorce.
And you don't think he will?
No, I don't think so. It's all going to be over soon in October anyway. Excuse me. Hello? Mama? She's calling from the plane. I told you last night that you didn't have to come here, Mama, but I'm glad you are. Well, I have a surprise for you. No, I'm not going to tell you now. You'll find out when you get here, but it just goes to show you that I'm probably one of the luckiest people in the world.
Lucky.
Morning. Hi, how you doing?
Good.
Hey, you're all wet.
Oh, no, I just gave Brian a bath.
Oh, who gave who what?
All right, parenting is a learned skill. I shall master it.
Yeah, you shall. Did he have his breakfast?
Yes, thank God. Uncle Casey fed him first thing this morning. Thank God for Uncle Casey. Do you know what time he gets up?
Oh, I get the feeling you didn't have much sleep last
No,
night,
actually,
huh?
I did. I was going to give you a call. You work things out with Rod?
No, I didn't. He took off without saying goodbye.
Well, maybe he just needs time to simmer down, cool off. He'll call you pretty
Yeah, well, I hope so. I don't like the fact that he left like that without settling anything, all this unpleasantness between us.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I thought that was your card.
Yeah, how you doing?
So listen, Meg told me that Josh went to Kansas to visit Aunt Elizabeth.
How did Meg know?
I guess he stopped out at the farm and they had a nice talk.
Oh.
Well, what can I do?
Nothing I can think of.
Nothing?
As a matter of fact, Lily's coming over to babysit. Maybe you can give her a little maternal talk.
About what?
She's pretty upset about Dusty. He's getting pretty turned on with big business and working with Lucinda.
Well, I have talked to Lily about Lucinda and business until I am blue in the face, and it hasn't done any good so far.
Well, she has to learn to accept it.
Well, I just think the problem is much deeper than that. Like it goes back to her childhood. Like business was Lily's competition for Lucinda's affection. Back then even, so I don't blame her for getting crazy if Dusty's getting into the same thing.
Well, Lucinda's not going to change, and she has to learn to deal with that.
Well, people can't change.
Not her. We can be in the middle of consoling each other. She still looks at me as competition.
I don't believe that.
Well, I would be surprised if it was ever different. It's like a racehorse at the starting gate. I want to give her one hell of a race.
You're a constant surprise. Not only are you here, you're here early.
Well, if I had an analyst, Jane, she would tell me work. It's my therapy.
Everybody's very eager to see you. You know, they all want to express their...
Oh, no, please. Oh, Jane, no, really. No, tell them I'm very appreciative. Thank them. I cannot talk to anyone. Mine, it's private. All right. Thank you for your note. It was one sentence, and it broke my heart.
Lucinda, please, anything you need, just tell me.
I know. Thank you, old friend. To work we go.
First thing, let's get Ambrose Bingham on the phone. Oh, no need. He's already here. He's in Kirk Anderson's office.
What time is it?
Well, Kirk was here at 7 o'clock this morning, and he had Ambrose in at 8.
All right, good. Oh, I know what. Get me, Mr. Damien at the Lakeview Towers.
How is Craig?
I don't really know how Craig is, Jane, because I haven't had a real chat with Craig. But he went back to work last night at the Mona Lisa. I know that. He put a bid on Montgomery and Associates. It was unsuccessful.
That's too bad.
Yes, I think so. I think fighting with Tonio would be a challenge for him. Do you know something? Holden has made some sort of an alliance with Craig. That bears looking into.
I thought Holden was Tonio's partner.
Who knows? Maybe that's just the kind of sub-Rosa partner Craig needs at the moment. Oh, wouldn't it be wonderful? Wouldn't it be wonderful if things were different and Craig came back to me and I had Craig and I had Anderson and then I'd be fine and Walsh Enterprises would be invincible.
The corridors are buzzing with talk about you being in the building. We've come to confirm the reports.
I'm here. I don't know what I'm good for, but I'm here because one must oversee things. That's how we win, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I have Mr. Damien for you.
Okay, thanks. Good morning. How is your lovely wife? Oh, good. I'll get right to the point. I'm calling to ask a favor. Ah, you're too kind. Yes. Thank you. Well, it's about my other daughter, Lily Walsh, who's interested in restaurant and hotel management, and she's got a tacky job with somebody. It's just awful. And I would like her to be, well, getting her feet wet with someone creative like you. Oh.
She's back, all right. Back in style.
So
That wasn't a good move, Bo.
I'm just trying to protect her.
I know, but you're carrying a very heavy load right now, and she just wants to help you. You cannot shut her out.
Look, when I love somebody, it means I protect them.
Well, your plan to protect her might backfire. I know. Believe me, I've been there.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe when she gets back from New Jersey, this will all blow over and I'll have a normal life again. That would be something, wouldn't it?
A normal life?
Yeah, I haven't known normal since I was 15. I've been living a lie ever since then.
What lie?
I thought I knew my dad and my family. Found out I don't know them at all.
Well, I'm adopted. And I found out who my real parents were over the summer. I thought I was going to lose my mind. It's taken most of the year to get over it and deal with it. So I know what you're going through. And if you ever need somebody to talk to, just call.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Pam says that you'll be working at the cellar. We'll be working together.
Yeah, isn't that great? I'm pretty excited about it.
Oh, that's my mother. I was going to wait for you upstairs.
I just couldn't listen to all those terrible things about Laura.
I know. Look, I want you to meet somebody. This is Lily Walsh, the mother.
Hi, Mrs. Farrell. I know what you're going through right now. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
That's Dr. Hughes and his son Tom. I want you to talk with them now.
Oh, no, I can't. Not just yet.
It's important. And I'll be there with you the whole time. Excuse us, Lily. Thank you. Dr. Hughes, Tom, this is my mother.
Hello, Mr. Farrell.
Hello.
Please, have a seat.
Please do.
Dr. Michaels told me everything. I'm so sorry.
Mrs. Farrell, before we realized that Laura had a problem, she brought a lot of happiness into our home. And that's the way we'll remember her. I hope in some way that will comfort you. Hi.
Hi.
You thinking about Sierra?
And Bo. I guess you can never really protect the people that you love, can you?
Maybe not, but if you love someone, you can at least try, right?
I'm sorry. I've just been thinking about a lot of things lately.
I understand. Are you okay?
Oh, yeah, hi.
Hi.
I'm fine. I was just talking to Bo, and his mother came in, and she looks so sad and so humiliated.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen Maggie around? Earlier, yeah. How was she? Seemed fine to me.
I think she was a little subdued, especially for Meg. It's not like her.
Do you want to ride to Lila's? I'm ready to go.
No, I'm going to stay and talk to Bo for a little while longer. Besides, Craig doesn't expect me to litter in the morning, so...
Fine.
Okay.
See you later. I'm going over to Lila's a little bit later. I can give you a lift if you want. I have been looking all over for you. Are you all right?
Well, yeah, why wouldn't I be? Oh, I spent the night out at the farm last night.
Why would you do that?
Because Tonio was working late, and I felt like being around family.
Everybody was at Mona Lisa's last night.
Yeah, so I found out. So I don't know. I went for a walk, and I had a nice long... I talked to Josh.
What was Josh doing out at the farm?
Stop, okay? He was just there to say goodbye to Mama, because he was about to go visit Aunt Elizabeth.
Is he okay? I mean, he never called me last night, so... Is he okay?
Yeah, it's fine. Why aren't you at the office?
Because I have things to do today. I was there earlier.
I'm not telling you how many...
Hey.
Mama's dying.
He is back asleep among his toys.
Oh, and play with them.
Yeah, I noticed you didn't volunteer for diaper brigade.
Hey, there are some privileges that only parents should enjoy.
True.
Look, I gotta get going. I have to get to the office. If there's any babysitting duties I can do for you, just let me know.
As a matter of fact, you're on the list as soon as Lily goes to work for Lisa.
Oh, okay. Well, any other night this week you want to drop by, I'm sure Danny would love to play with him, too.
Yeah, plenty.
All right. See you later. Have a good day. Bye, Ira. See you, Betsy. Well, I guess I should be rushing off, huh?
No, don't do that. Come on. What do you think about Betsy being so serious about Josh?
Well, I don't think I'm really the person to ask about that, but, I mean, we have had a few civilized conversations lately.
You think he's good for her?
I think he loves her, and I don't think he'd do anything to hurt her if he could help it.
There's a button there somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, he has seen a therapist to work through being an abused child, but I still think he's got a lot of problems to work through.
Well, that's what I'm worried about. Betsy doesn't admit it, but she's still pretty bruised by Steve, and I don't want to see her hurt again.
Well, I don't think we're going to hear any wedding bells until she's absolutely sure. I just wish my brother was as sensible as she is.
Which one?
Which one is right? Holden. Can I ask you a favor?
Anything, you know that.
Well, Holden feels comfortable in talking to you, and he looks up to you, and I don't know, there seems to be some sort of tension between Holden and Emily, and he won't talk to anybody about it.
Is Holden still in love with Lily?
Yeah. He's still in love with her, she's still in love with him. I don't know, I don't think they'll ever get over that love. That's between them, you know. Well, where's my purse? I better get going here. I'll, see you? Yeah, give me a call. I'll let myself out. See ya.
Hello?
Craig, guess what?
Sissy, you okay?
Sure, I'm fine. Guess who landed on my doorstep?
I can't imagine.
John.
John, how'd he find you?
Later. We're having an absolutely fantastic time, and he's promised not to let anyone at home know, including Lucinda.
I hope he keeps that promise.
He will. Actually, it's wonderful having him here. I feel like I'm back in touch.
I'm glad you're happy. Listen, I have another surprise for you.
I already know. Mama couldn't wait. So in a few hours, I'm going to have Mama the nurse and Daddy the doctor both here taking care of me. Oh, hang on a second.
Hey? Oh, okay. Okay.
Margot? Margot, what's wrong? Margot, are you all right?
All right, you're going to be fine.
Margot, what's wrong?
This portion of As the World Turns has been brought to you today by Tide. On some of your toughest laundry problems, Tide won't quit till your clothes come clean. And by Crisco Shortening. Bring them home to Crisco Home Cooking. We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment. And now part 2 of As the World Turns.
Margot, what is it? Margot, get on the phone. Get on the phone now.
Hello, Craig. It's John. Margot's just having some abdominal pain. I'm going to examine her and get her to a hospital as soon as I can.
Call me the second you know anything. All right, give her my love.
Okay, you still feeling any pain?
No, I'm just scared to move.
Okay, just lie here and relax then, okay?
All right. For a split second, I was back in Memorial, and I was losing that baby to Tom, and I wanted so much.
Stop that, stop it. Where's your doctor's telephone number?
He's over on the table by the flowers.
Okay, all right, just sit tight.
Oh, God, I'm so scared. I want you to be here so much. If only you could. If only this was our baby. And you could be here, Tom.
Oh, a woman's life has just come apart. That young man has got 2 shattered lives that he feels responsible for. Anybody in there?
Sorry, Dad, I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just commenting on Bo and his mother.
It's a tragedy. It's just tragic. Do you believe in miracles?
Yeah, I guess so. What brings that up?
Well, I'm thinking about Margot. I can't get her out of my mind. I wonder if she's thinking about me or if she's in trouble. And you said that John's trip might have something. Do you think he knows something?
Maybe he does, but you know, you really can't dwell on this, son. You gotta get on with your life. You gotta work and stay busy.
Yeah, that's probably good advice. Work does renew the spirit. And speaking of that, I think I'm going to go. I'd like to stop by and see Craig first. Somehow, helping him seems to help me in an odd way.
And I've got to check my patient. Listen, maybe if you can get up to the cabin tonight, we can all have dinner together.
I would love that, Dad.
Me too.
Excuse me.
Emily, what are you doing here? Antonio said you were going to start work very early this morning.
Well, we did. But Holden had some outside appointments. Antonio had a meeting, so I wanted to come visit my mom.
How sweet.
Actually, it's ridiculous. Emily has to steal time away from her husband to see her dear old mom. Antonio's a real slave driver, isn't he?
Oh, well, he likes to win, and he's very generous when he does. It's one of his charms.
Well, I'm glad to hear that he's easier to live with than he is to work for.
Oh, I don't know. I think he appreciates Emily. Hey, can you two keep a secret?
Hope so.
Well, Antonio's been working so hard, you know, putting in extra hours at the office and everything. So I've made reservations for the Foxwood Lodge for a nice, long, romantic weekend. But you got to promise not to tell.
Of course, I won't say anything.
I knew I could trust you. Excuse me.
What's wrong? Nothing. Don't tell me it's nothing. You've been jittery as a cat since we walked in here. Mother, my husband's over there ignoring me, okay?
You ready to go to Lila's?
Why don't you go on ahead?
Why? We're both going to the same place.
I don't want to cause any more trouble between you and Emily.
Believe me, you couldn't cause any more trouble if you tried.
God, she doesn't miss a trick, does she? I am not interested in Lily. I'm interested in you. I want to know what's going on. Every time you see Meg, you get all uptight. Now, what's wrong?
I'll tell you, this is a hell of a report. These European operations aren't pulling their weight, especially the London office. I mean, these guys aren't even paying for themselves. I want Mrs. Walsh to see this. This is really good work.
Thank you.
Is something wrong?
Yeah, I just have a couple of personal things on my head. I'll get through it, you know.
You know, I've seen a lot of young guys' careers go down the tubes because they became preoccupied with personal things, like falling in love or getting married, having kids. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, don't get me wrong. But those concerns can sap you of a lot of energy when you're just starting out.
I mean, this is a tough race you're getting into, and it's important that you be able to give it everything you got to keep up with the front runners.
Sounds like some kind of track race or something.
Yeah, well, it is kind of. And the winners make sure they got out of the starting blocks clean and leave the competition in the dust.
I like that, but I don't really... My problems aren't that serious yet.
No, I'm sure they're not. I'm just giving you a little warning while you're still at the starting line.
Thanks.
Sure.
Oh, good morning, darling.
Hi, how are you?
How's Lily?
She's fine. She's over at the hospital. She was talking to Bo, and Bo's mom came in, and they all had this talk, and she was a little upset for a while, but she's okay now, I think.
I thought Bo was in Ohio.
Yes, his decision to come back from Ohio was a sudden thing, and his mom was having an extra rough time, and he wanted to come back and hear the information from the doctors firsthand. His mom wanted to see Laura, so it was a bunch of things.
Well, I'm glad that Pamela is in New Jersey. I don't think John would like her to get involved with all that.
Bo was sort of upset that he missed her. He really
Well, isn't that too bad? She missed him.
Mm-hmm.
But Lily's okay.
Yeah, Lily's fine. I left her talking to Holden.
What? Why would you leave her anywhere near Holden Snyder?
Because I'm not going to stand and guard over her. If she wants to talk to Holden and she feels that's fine. If she has to do that, let her do it.
Darling, you should have more sense. Keep those two apart.
Yeah, I know. Well,
I'll tell you why. It's because Holden is a user, and he, heavens knows what schemes he's into now, and he'll use Lily.
Well, I know that, and I see that. But Lily doesn't, and if she needs to talk to more... Look, I've tried to make her as happy as I can, and I've shown her as much as I can, and I don't know, there's nothing else I can do.
I'm not criticizing you.
Yeah. I'll be in the conference room.
I tell you, that kid's got serious romantic problems.
He's got some other serious problems. Lack of life experience, understanding. I gotta do something about that.
Well, before you do, let's, we can talk in a second, but take a look at this report he just compiled. This is good stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I think I might have a solution here.
Holden, can I talk to you for a minute, please?
Sure.
I feel like I'm in the middle of whatever's going on between you and Emily.
I'm sorry you feel that way, but you shouldn't.
Well, you didn't talk to her at the hospital, and you didn't say goodbye to her when we left.
I can't really talk about it, especially not with you.
Well, Emily told Dusty and Susan that I was the cause of your marital problems. Now, it's not good for her to see us leaving together like that.
Don't listen to anything that Emily has to
Holden,
say.
I have to, and she's accusing me.
It's not you. Maybe it was you at first. Because I couldn't get you out of my heart, but not now.
What can I do?
Things could have been so different for us. I loved you so much, and I lost you. Maybe what I'm going through right now is my punishment for lying to you. But you were right to go to Dusty. I didn't know that then, but I do now.
Do you have any idea what time Rod may be back in? I'd love to talk to him. Oh. Okay, well, just have him call me. That'd be great. Okay, thank you. Have a good visit. Bye-bye.
Good morning, Betsy.
Tonio, what brings you here?
Meeting with your bosses.
Oh, you early?
No, we've met. They declined to sign with Montgomery & Associates, but I guess you know all about that.
Well, they asked my opinion. I gave it to them.
Yes, Holden said you would. I was hoping that your loyalty to Emily might temper your dislike for me. My takeover of Steve's business was a long time ago now.
Oh, don't expect me to forget that so easily, Tonio. And don't question my loyalty to Emily. She is my sister, and I love her, but that doesn't mean I help you make it any easier for Craig to buy back his company.
He'll never be able to afford it.
I wouldn't count on that. Never is a very long time. You may just end up eating those words.
You know, Emily has become more of a partner to me now than Holden.
It's going to be difficult for me to tell her that you're blocking us in this venture.
Well, I wouldn't lose any sleep over it, Tonio. I'll tell her myself. And if she has any problem with it, I'll simply remind her of a few things she may have forgotten about your track record.
Emily's an intelligent woman, and we're getting along very well, working closely together.
Huh. Well, Emily never did have very good judgment in men.
Well, then I guess that's a fault the two of you share. Let's see, your first husband, Craig, is an unemployed ex-convict. Your second husband, Steve, is in jail in Greece for drug smuggling. And you're currently sleeping with a known rapist, isn't that right? Have a nice day.
That's about all there is. You have a tentative 1 o'clock appointment with Monica and her husband.
Yeah, I'm not sure I can make that. I'm expecting a call.
News about Sierra?
What?
You know, you've been a nervous wreck since I came in here.
Sorry, no, that's just, I'm expecting a call from somebody else I care about.
All right, well, I'll talk to Monica and then I'll check back with you.
All right, I'll call you if I can make the appointment.
Don't call me at the office. Tonio's been snooping around and I don't want him to pick up on anything.
Well, you should know that Lucinda's on the scent, too.
I'll get it! All right, I hope your call brings you good news.
Thanks. Listen, no matter what Monica says, you and I better have a long talk.
Okay, fine. Hi, Lily said you were back here. I hope I'm not coming at a bad time.
No, I was just leaving.
See you then.
See you, Tom.
Hey.
Hey, Tom, how you doing?
Well, I think that I should probably be asking you that question. But since you did, the weirdest thing, I just can't get Margot off my mind today.
Montgomery and Associates. Monica, that's wonderful to hear your voice. No, I'm sorry, Holden is not here. Can I take a message for you? IB. All right, fine. Thank you. Why won't Monica leave a message? Meg, what a nice surprise.
Is it?
Yes, it's always nice to see you.
Really?
Well, that's a foolish question.
Doesn't feel foolish to me. Neither does my next. Would you like to hear it?
Emily?
What?
You're not eating anything.
I'm not hungry. I told you that.
Look, honey, won't you tell me what it is? I'm really worried about you. Maybe I can help you.
I'm having problems with my marriage. Right? You told me so many times it was hell being married to my father. Maybe you might remember what it's like.
Look, you're not going to put me off with that. What I'm asking for here is a little honesty. Now, I want to know why all of a sudden you get so uptight around Meg.
Can you just drop it, please?
No. Are you having an affair with Tonio?
What's the matter, Tonio? Why don't you say something?
Meg, I'm not saying anything because your second question is as foolish as the first.
It isn't foolish to me. I spent the night at the farm last night, and I didn't hear from you this morning. I thought you'd call.
Meg, things are very hectic here. I have a lot to do. I would have called you eventually. I just got into the office myself.
So you didn't miss me.
Meg, come here. Now look, I know the last few days have been very difficult for us, for both of us. But you have to understand, I'm in the middle of a battle right now. As we speak, Craig is doing everything he can to get this company back from me. I'm going to win this battle, but it's going to take all of my energy. And I can't even count on Holden. I even think he's up to something with Monica.
What do you mean?
Sell it. Now, we're all agreed? Gonna have to quarterly report on my desk first thing in the morning. We're going to move those executives, move their lazy duck.
I'll get right on it.
Thank you.
I'm glad you're back.
Well,
Dealing with things so well.
darling, I'm here. I don't know how long I'll last or how much good I am. Love you. We got interrupted. You were saying something about Dusty.
Oh, yeah. Right. Well, it's very simple, really.
Yeah.
Dusty and your daughter are having problems, and from what I can tell, they seem to be tied up with this guy Holden Snyder. So the trick is to put distance between your daughter and Snyder, right?
By the way, Holden Snyder's doing some kind of a deal with Craig Montgomery, and I think we have to look into that.
All right. Well, I haven't gotten that far yet, but seeing as Dusty has a rudimentary grasp of this European situation, I was thinking that we could send him over to check out the London office, and maybe Lily would go with him.
He's not really qualified, you know that.
No, but all we have to do is create the impression that we're keeping an eye on that office. And I think he can do that, can't he?
I'm reading you. I'm reading you. That's very inspired. Yes, that would solve my problem about my daughter Lily and keeping her away from Holden Snyder. It certainly would. It would also solve another problem that I have. Keeping her away from Lisa Mitchell. Have you met Lisa Mitchell?
I have indeed.
Well, then you know what I mean, don't you? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, I'm going to take Brian down for some air. Come on.
Oh, I hate to give him up.
Bye.
Bye, pal. See you.
Cowboy. See you later.
Oh, everything seems to bring... Margot loved that boy. We talked so many times about having a child of our own.
Hello. Craig, I'm glad you answered. I have news about Margot.
Stay tuned for Guiding Light. Next on most of these CBS stations. Philadelphia. Join us tomorrow for the Emmy Award